And here we are, a band of sailors and Turkish friends on an 8-day southeastern Turkey mega tour. It's truly amazing the amount of history just one small region of southeast Turkey provides, and religious significance is no exception. Some real standout historical moments shaped the world's spiritual path right here, one we now know from Part 2 from Göbekli Tepe 9000 BCE. In our final video, we immerse ourselves in somewhat of a religious pilgrimage as we head towards one of Turkey's best-kept secrets, the charming town of Mardin. We hit the streets for a little food, a little wine, and a little shopping. In real time, we're seeing these tombs for the first time. But you guys might remember it from Part 2 as being the great view from the Museum Hotel. Turns out, our religious pilgrimage starts just beneath these at St. Pierre's Church.
So we get about a 90% discount on the museum card with our residency. So this works in all of Turkey.
Oops. Okay, take 2. Alrighty then. Here's St. Pierre's Church, right under the Lycian tombs. So crazy. Carved into an existing cave 1st century, this church is recognized as being the very first Christian church, and St. Pierre to be the very first pope. Because of the times, it was necessary to carve an escape tunnel. As you can see from the altar and walls, there have been a few updates and restorations over the years, including this exterior facade. In the church's earliest years, it was just an open cave. It may not look like much, but most beginnings are humble beginnings, aren't they? It's tea time and we must stop. Yes, tea time is a thing. Mid-morning, mid-afternoon, after meals, visit with friends, and just, during random conversations throughout the day. Tea time today was during a visit into an Armenian area. Armenians are indigenous to this area, but have their own language and culture. They are mostly Christians, among the first Christians, actually. Besides their crosses having little flourishes alongside, their church looks similarly to one you would expect of a Christian church. Did you know Armenians are one of the first winemakers? They have been making wine for 6,000 years. So we definitely picked up a few bottles. As we left, we were all hopeful for peace and prosperity for the Armenian people. The gods saw fit to align us with an impromptu tour of a 250-year-old synagogue. A once bustling 2,300-year-old Jewish community has now dwindled down to less than 15 members. Harun gives us an interesting lecture with a little Q&A. We got to nosy around a bit and set our eyes on 500-year-old Torah scrolls. All in all, a very interesting impromptu experience. Very appreciative.
Urfa, a city of 2 million, is considered Turkish Kurdistan, mainly comprised of mostly Kurdish with a significant Arab and Turkish minority. For thousands of years, this has been a crossroads for Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Here we are at the Pool of Abraham. According to a person's belief, the story may vary, but all agree this is a very sacred place, and a very beautiful place with tens of thousands of visitors each year. The fish here are considered sacred. Legend has it, if you eat one, you might turn into stone. Not good. Next stop, Mor Gabriel Monastery, founded in the year 397. It's one of the oldest still functioning monasteries in the world. Assyrian Orthodox Christians have been praying here for some 1700 years. During more difficult times, only the monks remained behind the monastery walls. Today, joined by nuns and students. The monastery was renamed after Saint Gabriel after being credited for performing a miracle by curing the monks here of the plague. Saint Gabriel was felt to be so powerful, he was later exhumed and his arm was given to another monastery in the hopes of curing the monks of the plague there. We are entering the Dome of Theodora. It's an octagon building built in the 5th century, originally used as a baptistry, later used as the kitchen and dining room. Here they teach Syriac, the original language they think that Jesus spoke himself. Behind the curtain, the New Testament is revealed, used every Sunday during service. Emily and I got spooked when we saw Mary and Jesus moving above. We were relieved when we finally realized that it was only a curtain blowing in the wind. Here, there are thousands buried in the tombs and crypt. The monks here are buried sitting up facing the east, ready and waiting for Jesus' resurrection. And then there is the crypt. It is believed the more spiritual bones that rest together, the more powerful and sacred the place becomes. Thousands of devout are buried here, so this is believed to be a very sacred place. Right here is where Saint Gabriel is buried. He wanted to be buried in the way he always prayed, standing in a humble grave beneath the feet of the people. The place definitely has a feel to it, beautiful and a bit eerie.
We visit now the new town of Hasankeyf off the banks of the Tigris River. When the controversial plans of building a hydroelectric dam were drawn, decisions had to be made. The now old town of Hasankeyf was to be submerged, taking with it 12,000 years of changing civilizations, including modern days. Conservation efforts saved some important structures such as palace ruins seen here, a mosque, and most notably this beautifully tiled 15th century tomb of the son of the ruler Uzun Hasan. The displaced residents have been afforded new homes comprising of a whole new town, including school, etc. Are they happy about it? Well, undoubtedly much has been lost to the rising water, which can now only be described as a sunken treasure, which has yet to be rediscovered. Strangely, we were about to embark on yet another sunken city, Halfeti along the Euphrates River. Halfeti was also purposely sunken due to damming. Now old Halfeti can only be accessed by water. So we all hopped into a ferry for a seemingly leisurely ride. But as each moment passed, you found yourself further away, into another space and time. This spectacular 3,000-year-old medieval castle, Rumkale, which literally means Greek castle, seemed to go on forever. Besides its genuine splendor, it is deeply rich in centuries of historical significance. It would have been awesome to tour this castle and extensive grounds, but it has been closed for quite a while now for some major repairs, as seen here. What a shame. It looks so badass. Would have loved it. As we pulled up to the famous sunken mosque in Old Halfeti, we were again faced with changing modern times. It is sad these types of things are on purpose, and you hope it was all worth it. Not all left though. Despite encroaching waters, 1/3 of the people stayed right here, living what they call a slow life. I like it. No worries, this little one is with us. We strolled along, relaxed for some tea, and then time to leave. Too soon. We get another great look at the Room Kali on the way back. A little behind the scenes magic. Look at this thing. My goodness. So cool. Residents were moved to New Halfeti, which sits beautifully at water's edge. Some don't think it's a pretty city, but from where I sit, I think Halfeti has a very interesting and beautiful silhouette. Thumbs up.
These here are restored conical dome houses of Haran and are believed to be the homes of the people here some 10,000 years ago. These domes are built on top of square-shaped buildings. Each dome represents a room. The number of domes reveal a financial status of the household. Their unique design keeps them cool in the summer and warm in the winter. We were so happy about our souvenir scarves, that is until we got back on the bus. Found the Made in China tags. Maybe your grandma does live in China. I don't know. Just when we were thinking we were in the middle of nowhere, off in the distance we see Mardin.
And then like devastation.
Mardin is on one of the main routes connecting Turkey to Syria and Iraq. It is strategically built on the high slopes above Mesopotamia. It is believed that civilization here began some 5,000 years ago after the Great Floods.
We were quick to hit the streets. Wine was first on the list. Don't you just love it when wine shops make a mood? These guys here killed it with mood.
Shut up.
No, you 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 shut up. Mardin has a very relaxed, cozy Middle Eastern feel. It's kind of perfect. It's big enough to have all the niche shops, music, and yummy restaurants, but still be small enough to be personable. It's your favorite cool little town that's easy to visit again and again. It was the egg that got me. We just had to have a peek. I researched later, this is St. Hermes Chaldean Church. Catholics who descended from the Church of the East, the lands of Syria and Mesopotamia, who spoke Syriac. Very little information could be found online. Leave a comment if you'd like to share with the group.
Today we are visiting the Mor Hananyo Monastery, aka the Saffron Monastery. It's believed the monastery was built above the temple dedicated to Shamash, the god of the sun, around 2000 BCE. We are standing under the original 4,000-year-old stone blocks placed without using any mortar. Interesting. Now exit stage left.
Or right even.
One block down off the main road is the locals' bazaar. Here they still do glass bottom painting that was popular in the 19th and 20th century. These paintings here are of the Shah Maran. She is a mythical creature that is half woman and half snake. You'll see her just about everywhere you go in Martin. We so regret not getting one.
Martin was our favorite city. You got unique shops nicely wrapped around tradition, hip restaurants with a regional flair, all mixed in with old world mosques and churches, ready to enlighten anyone's religious pilgrimage or historical curiosity.
Martin is also well known for their coppersmithing skills. These brothers told me they learned the trade of coppersmithing from their father. Every indentation you see here was made using a hammer and chisel, one ping at a time. It's just amazing to me, all the craftsmanship here. Just look at all these details. It's not always about if you'll need it or not. It's all about the experience. We'll remember our trip and these guys here forever.
We just got a coffee set. Where is Emily?
Hoş geldiniz. Merhaba.
Merhaba.
Oo.
Sadly, just as we were getting into the Martin groove, our Southeast Turkey mega tour was coming to a close. It's time now to unwind and relax over a special dinner. The vibe was spot on. Wine was poured, and a lovely meal was shared as we exchanged stories and pics. The wine was delicious. We bought a case.